Well, howdy. In this video, I wanted to look at how I discovered on Etsy a seller making 3D printed 58mm scales with the pen slot and a couple of other really innovative tricks up its sleeve as well. So that's what this video is going to have a look at. I absolutely love the Victorinox Manager and I feel like I've drone on about this model ad nauseum. But that's because I just love it so much. I think it's the perfect little urban pocket keychain tool with these wonderful, super useful in urban situations tools on it. With the Manager, you also get a slot for either the toothpick or the tweezers. And on the other side, you get this wonderful mechanism whereby you slide that across, fold out the little combo tool, and you've got a pretty comfortable pressurized emergency pen with you. So the Manager is fantastic. It's my favorite keychain, Victorinox, by a mile, but sadly discontinued and you just can't buy them anymore. You can still buy the Rambler, fortunately, which has the exact same tool set, but it doesn't have the scale on one side for the pen slot. So yeah, I love the Rambler, but I really do wish it had that pen slot there. Imagine my excitement when I just completely by accident stumbled across a seller on Etsy called DBE 3D Print Shop, who is a 5-star rated seller from 324 reviews, 5 stars, and he's making these custom 3D printed scales for 58mm Swiss Army knives with the pen slot, but also with a slot for the tweezers and a toothpick and a slot for the pin. So yeah, I was really buzzing when I saw these. So I purchased 2 sets from him and got those through the post this morning in a little envelope. It took about a week, maybe a little tiny bit longer, something like that, and I just wanted to have a look at them, get one of the sets on one of my little 58mm knives and have a look, see if they're any good or not. We'll get a yellow set there, we'll put them aside. Got quite a lot of yellow Swiss Army knives, so I'll put these olive scales on. First impressions, these are really good quality. I've bought a fair few 3D printed scales from Etsy and other places before, and some of them tend to be not very good quality. Just see there the little layer line marks, but from a more realistic distance they're really smooth. Nice textured bit on the surface, that feels great. Inside looks nice and clean and precise. We'll soon find out in a minute. So that's the top scale with a slot for the tweezers or the toothpick. And this is the bottom scale. You can see a few little differences here, can't we? There's a slot there for the pen mechanism. The pen slides in and out there. And then at this end, we've got another slot there, which is for either the tweezers or the toothpick, I guess. And then here, a slot for a pen, which is inside the scale, a bit higher up there, so it sits inside the scale behind the pen mechanism. Ingenious. Lovely piece of design. Those feel like they're sitting perfectly flat on my table there. Yeah, they're completely flat, no bowing or anything. So let's get them on. And I'm going to use this one as a donor knife. And here's a standard Manager in the jelly red there. So I'm going to take the scales off this one, put these ones on it and see how we go. I'll just get the scale tools out of there, slide the pen out. I'll just try and prise these off without damaging them. I'm not going to bother with the hot water soak because I can't be bothered. Just pop them off there. Oh, it's dirty, isn't it? Been a well-used and well-loved knife, this one. Just pop that scale off there as well. Easy peasy. You see that mechanism, it just sits in the scale there. Slides backwards and forwards, thus ejecting or retracting the pen. Nice. So I'll keep hold of that because I'm going to need it to put in the new scale. Let's just see if it fits actually. Looks good to me. Give this one a bit of a clean up.
Fascinating part of the video for you, isn't it? I'll try and be as quick as I can. Oh, free as a window, free as a dingo, flying up to the sky.
That's had a decent clean, so let's get the bits into their positions. There's the pen mechanism at the old pen. Let's have that on there, just see how closely they fit on. Okay, that side is just pressed on. Okay, don't know if I need to add a dab of glue to that or not. Get the other side on. That's just pressed on as well. So that's actually it. Might just give that a gentle squeeze on my vise, but dude, that looks pretty good. Pretty damn perfect. Okay, good, cool. So I'm going to get a pen refill back in there. Slide that out, push the refill in. That is in. Let's see if the slider mechanism works. Oh yeah. Oh, that's smooth and satisfying. So far, so good. Great. Fit and finish is absolutely excellent on these so far. This toothpick here, let's just bob that in there. Yep, slides in perfectly. Toothpick and the tweezers from the 58mm models have a flat end, not an angled end. So when I'm pushing that in there, yeah, you've just got the flat piece there, but that's fine. That's really perfectly machined. That's brilliant. Let me rob a pair of tweezers for the other side. Wow, that's really precisely cut. Excellent. Very, very impressed with that so far. Now let me get a little pin. There's a pin of the same size as required for Victorinox knives. Let's see, does this bit function? There's the little hole. That's fantastic. That fits in there really securely. That's really excellent. Well impressed with that. The fit and finish are excellent. Everything is held really nice and securely. So I may go and give that a light squeeze on my vise just to make sure it's on, but there's no gaps under there really to speak of under the scales. That's fantastic. Really, really good. So if I was going to leave DBE 3D print shop a thank you note, I would simply slide that out there, unfold that. Yeah, I'm mega impressed with these. If you've got a Rambler or an old non-working something else or any other Swiss Army knife and you want to add pen scales onto them, these are just brilliant so far. And a little insert for the pen. I think a pen can be really, really useful sometimes. I've used the pen on a Victorinox for ejecting SIM cards, for fairly frequently unblocking my car's rear washer wiper jets. You can use them for helping to get splinters out and things. You could use it for popping blisters. There's a lot of uses for a little pin. So the ability to carry one on this 58mm knife, this Manager, as an extra option is just wonderful. Yeah, highly recommended. DBE 3D print shop on Etsy. £12.54. Really fantastic, and I can't wait to get the yellow scales on as well, which I'm going to do, I think, right now. Love that. If you haven't got a Manager, or even if you have got a Manager and you want to upgrade it, get some of them. Nothing whatsoever wrong with this Manager, one of my old faithfuls, this one, but the scales are a bit knackered, so I'm just going to give it a refresh with these. Ace.
Let's give this one a clean as well. Oh, born a freak, free like a window, free like a dingo, pop up in the air.
Get the yellow scale on there. Is that going to be as good a fit? Just get this pen mechanism in there. Satisfying click. I think that's going to work just as well as the other one. Excellent fit and finish. Love that. Pen in there.
Yeah, satisfying action on that slider. Perfect.
Yeah, so the toothpick is actually held off the scales. Slightly elevated there, can you see?
Yeah, that's stored really well.
Just in there. See if that goes in as well as the last one. Yes it does. Absolutely wonderful. Fantastic quality. The 3D print quality itself is amazing. Fit and finish is perfect. I'm going to get back on there and get some more sets of these. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks very much if you hung on till the end. Much appreciated, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks very much.